Hey, you got that onion in your sock? Or are you just happy to see me? Oh! Yeah, bad dad jokes to kick off the show this morning. Good morning, everybody. Do you struggle to set those clear boundaries with friends? I think some of us do. Yep, today we're going to help you fix it with a pact that protects your time and gets your goals moving forward, because if it's not your friends' goals, your goals, hey, let's begin. Let's get after it. Because first, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, your daily accountability partner for real talk, motivating content, and live morning conversation that gets your head right and your day started on a positive note. Yes, it's funny when I say those words, it's like the day starts again. Fair warning, this is an R-rated big show experience. Big words are dropped in the lab here. Yeah, true story. That might offend some young little humans. So if the little humans get easily offended, I would invite you to let them leave the room or invite them to leave the room. And I'm not talking about the little humans, like the little Benny Hill humans, like the little folks, the full grown, the Benjamin Button folks. Yeah, the small little ones. No, I'm talking about the young children. The young children might be offended. And hey, I invite you to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and jump into the chat. Producer Melissa is out there hanging out with all of you guys on the vertical stream, the horizontal stream. We are live right now, and your participation makes it even more fun. This is not a passive experience. Our show is our show. And don't hit snooze, guys. You hit snooze, you're going to be 9 minutes behind the guy who didn't. And if you think that's not a big deal, well, go do the math. Yeah, true story. And go see how much time you've wasted by hitting that ridiculous button, snoozing. Snooze, 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 snooze. All right, what's happening today on the show? Current conversations happening around the world here today. OpenAI, baby. The browser wars have reignited. So those of us that work on the desktop are going to be introduced to a brand new way of working. Meta, new glasses for athletes, capturing cameras all over the place. And apparently there's an otter. Yeah, an otter. Yeah, O-T-T-E-R. Stealing surfboards. Yeah, why is it relevant to us? Well, Keith, Johnny, and Marty might go surfing one day. There might be an otter staring at. And why more men are searching for AI fitness coaches. Yeah, I wonder if there's smoke shows. Yeah. And hey, here's what we got lined up for you today. The morning loop, we're going to dig into shoulder workouts with Marty and Johnny. Although Johnny's having some power issues this morning, so we'll see how that works out. Center stage, 5 health levers most men ignore. Deep dive, the friend contract reloaded. Onion socks. Yeah. I found this one pretty crazy, man. Onion socks, myth or magic? Put some onions in your socks, go to sleep, see what happens. Morning focus, 2 rules that kill overthinking in 60 seconds. Oh, baby. Are you an overthinker? I got some friends that are overthinkers. I know some folks that they just overthink. Just analyze and think every possible angle to the point where no decision happens. It's just not making any decisions. Good morning, Ofar. Ofar, all the way from Indonesia this morning. And yeah, today we're going to walk away with clear boundaries, better decisions. And I suspect some small wins here today, guys, as we get the show on the road here, that move you closer, just that much closer to those big, 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 hairy, audacious goals. And you know what? It all begins with the morning loop, and it starts right now.
What's shaking, Keith, Jon? Welcome back to the lab, nation. So today we're kicking it off with something called quiet applause.
Because apparently saying balanced shoulder workout doesn't cut it anymore.
And they say AI creates fluff. Keith, Jon, the floor is yours, fellas.
All right, guys, morning. Hey, listen, you guys can join the show that's live right now. We're going to open up the phone lines in the second hour. The second hour, we're going to open them right up. 431-300-3005. But before we do that, come connect with Rahima. Come connect with Melissa over in the vertical comments, the horizontal comments, and come say hello. And if you're not watching the show live, I invite you to come back, join the show live daily, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern time, live conversation to help you get up, get after it right here on the Mornings in the Lab live network and the Mornings in the Lab live channel right here on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and of course, Substack. Every single day we get after it. All right, so we're going to bring Johnny here in the lab here in a few moments. I know he was having some struggles with the power at his house. I believe there was a big-ass storm that made its way through California, I think, or at least where John lives. And I got a note this morning that said he was going to have some struggles making it in this morning, perhaps potentially on the camera. So I expect him to, if at the very least, make a phone call and join us via the phone this morning when he gets a quick moment as we get through the morning loop here. And then what we're going to do is get through some of the topics, get the conversation desk with Sterling and Preston, and get this show on the road. Hey, guys, so I found something, a Seasoned Strength. What's going on, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Seasoned is back here this morning. Are you joining us from the spa here again today, Seasoned? What's going on, Sullivan? Good to see you this morning. Yes, and hey, we got Mr. Anderson joining us. Hang tight, guys. Hang tight there, Johnny. I'm going to pull you up here. We're going to do it right there. And we got you right here. And we got you right there. And there's the young man himself. What's going on, Johnny?
What's up, brother? This is all we're going to get today.
That's okay. How are you today, pal? What's going on? So you got no power. Tell me about your situation.
I don't know. We had a big fucking storm.
Yeah.
And I got woke up by I didn't go out that long ago. It was probably 2:30 in the morning. And when I heard Terry woke me up, it sounded like an explosion.
Oh yeah.
But it was just lightning. It was so close.
Yeah. So are you running off Powerwall in the house now? Is the power, are you running off the old Elon Powerwall?
No, there's not a fucking that malfunction somehow.
Oh.
So normally I would be fine. It would run, the Powerwall would run the house for like 8 hours as long as there's no air conditioner on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes. I guess I misunderstood your message this morning. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't realize the Powerwall malfunctioned too.
Yeah, it was what's weird because then we looked at the power bill and we still don't have a power bill. So I don't know if it was had to do with some sort of a fucking surge and I don't know what the hell happened, you know? So you figure if the Powerwall been out for a while, we'd have a power bill.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah, yes, it does, actually. It absolutely does make sense. Yeah.
So we looked at the bill, like, fuck, there's still no bill, so this thing must have just malfunctioned. So that's my morning, brother. I'm running around the fucking dark with candles.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, there's a good chance for us to have a good conversation then. So you had plans today. You went to bed last night with a day planned. And now you are in... And listen, this happens to all of us, right? We get up, we got plans, we got expectations, we have goals we're trying to reach, and then something completely out of our control wrecks it. How are you managing?
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to move a candle.
That's okay.
It was so hot it burned my hand.
So here's a good lesson here. So what are you doing to realign your brain so you're not struggling with looking at the clock going, you're losing time today? Because I know I struggle with that sometimes.
It's a pretty easy fix because, you know, anything that happens is good for an opportunity. And so, you know, you got no fucking water. All the shit that we take for granted is gone.
Yes.
So it's pretty fucking easy to think, man, this is a great opportunity to look at life and fucking realize how good we have it under normal circumstances, you know? And so, you know, like I'm running around taking dumps in different toilets because I only got one flush in each one. Take a second dump in there, the fucking thing's just gonna camp, not get flushed.
Oh my God. That's the biggest challenge you have right now. How many? You got 5 toilets in the house, eh?
Yes. So we're plenty of. I have to leave one. I think Terry used one, so I used 3 more. So we still got a couple to go. we got one more to go. the guest house is still good.
Well, hey. The good news is that your family left yesterday, so that you're not waking up today and going, oh my God, I got to manage all the kids, the grandson, and have to sort everybody else out while you're dealing with toilet challenges while at the same time managing potential guests.
Yeah. I mean, everything, you know, it comes down to it, brother. You know, it's very first, of course, you think, oh, motherfucker, that your brain goes in all these places. And then you got a choice. You can fucking turn it around, or you can be a bitch.
Yeah. Well, this is absolutely true. Yeah, we can bitch about it and complain about it, or we can absolutely do something about it at the same time. So, all right. Well, listen. Let's keep it rocking and rolling here, Jimmy. I might bump this conversation about shoulders, Jim, because I can't see Anderson when. No, you know what? I think I want to talk a little bit about this with Johnny about shoulders, because John's got a set of some awesome shoulders. So, Jim, run this little clip, and then we're gonna have a little chat with John about quiet applause, the shoulder workout that might help men look good in their t-shirt today. Jimmy.
Heavy isn't the point. Quiet reps, loud shoulders. 10 seconds, tiny pulses. Now hold. Own the posture.
Goofy little clip on there, but I found something here in my conversational topics to throw on the table, John, about man and our shoulders. You know, shoulders make the frame, right? And guys that get really busy, maybe saying, I've got time to go and just do a quick little workout or something. But dude, talk for a few minutes about the shoulders. And you notice guys with great shoulders rarely look like they're thrashing crazy weights. They prioritize great movements. Not hurting themselves, and I'm really trying to. I'm not trying. I don't want to butcher this conversation, but because we can't see each other. But I really want to try to offer some value for guys that are maybe getting after it, and hitting into the gym today, and looking at a shoulder workout and the value and benefits of a good shoulder workout overall.
Well, I guess I'm trying to like
Good. That's good. That's good news.
I think that first thing you said was structure.
Yeah.
And the way it makes you look. So I think what people got to understand is the deltoid that does that. It's that rounded shoulder that gives that appearance.
Yes.
And that's a muscle that can be worked with very, very little risk. God, lateral raise. You're not going to hurt yourself doing a lateral raise. So I think where people get in trouble is they try to lift too heavy. They try to do movements that their shoulders don't have the flexibility for.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes from.
Well,
so, I think if you just go at a shoulder, like I will almost always pre-exhaust my shoulders with side laterals, pump out the deltoid. That's got its work. And then I'll go into a press. At that point, the shoulder's really warm, but then I don't have to, I'm not going to put as much weight on the bar.
I just learned something this morning. Interesting. So I love shoulder workouts. I've really enjoyed getting after with AJ over the years, and I'm thoroughly enjoying what you just said around the deltoids. Like, really, John, I guess what we want to do is when we get in there, there's the three head coverage, right? The anterior, the lateral, and the posterior, right? So I didn't realize that. I honestly did not realize that the best move is to go in and warm up with laterals before you go into a press, eh?
Well, I wouldn't say it's the best. That's what I choose.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to it, like what you just described, what did you say? There's three. There's this, there's that.
The anterior, the lateral, and the posterior. So really, for the front, side, and back, right? So, like you said, you're dropping nuggets because you're right. You don't need big weight for that, do you, John? It's all about that. It's that time under tension on the side, front, or back, isn't it?
Yeah, and even like the whole thing, the three angles. I think you're very correct.
Yes.
But fucking worry about it. Just fucking get your shoulders pumped up.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody's so worried about, I got to do this angle. I got to do that angle. Fucking get the work done.
Well, it's funny you say, because I feel the same way when it comes to shoulders, because they're such a prominent feature on ourselves. And when we put our jackets on, our shirts on, it creates that nice silhouette on the body. And while I'm joking, saying you're teaching me some stuff, because you are, on the same breath, though, my philosophy with my shoulders has always been, well, fuck, man, I'm just going to go lift shit left, right, front, back, and lift it over my head. And that's been my attitude since a young child, just lifting stuff upside back. And to your point, I'm glad to hear you support what I've been doing, because that just works. Just start lifting shit and not getting too caught up in the details of it, right? Really?
Yeah, 100%. And usually people, they're worried about imbalance.
Yes.
And, like there's too much front delt, too much side, or not enough rear. Is the problem. Well, You know, fucking few people have that problem.
I was just going to say, unless you're a fucking world-class professional bodybuilder or strength person, there's probably maybe less than a handful of people on the planet that need to worry about, oh, my front fucking delt is asymmetrical to my left delt. No, just go and fucking do something. Honest to God.
Yeah.
Hey,
clients all the time that say, yeah, you know, my left tricep is a little bit sub blah blah blah. Like, I don't want an imbalance. I'm like, have you created an imbalance in this first 45 years of your life? No. Well, you're probably not going to create one in the next 15 or 20.
Hey, so here's a question for it. So kill this myth or support this fact. Jon, is the Arnold press bad for our shoulders? And again, you might say depends on who you are, but theoretically, there are some that say the Arnold press puts undue stress, like the Arnold press where you I guess there's a movement with the press, right? As a coach, do you support that? As a mentor, do you support that movement, or do you try to get your clients not doing that kind of press?
Well, this depends if you have the flexibility to do it.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
It's like, are the splits harmful? Well, if you can't fucking do them, they are.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Get yourself loosened up enough where you can do the splits and not hurt yourself, and we have no problem. But you think you're like the Arnold press is something that someone could do. Yes. Whether that or try to do, whether they have the flexibility or not. Kind of like the splits.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And the splits is the easier way to think about it. You're gonna most people try to do the splits. They try too hard to hurt themselves. Yeah, I get you there. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Same principle. So if you've got flexibility, like the behind the neck press.
Yes.
Oh, it's bad for your shoulder. No, it's bad for a shoulder without the flexibility to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to think that it's actually only bad for your ego when you can't put your ego in check because you're not doing things properly. You're doing things for ego alone. It's like, oh, I got to do this even though I can't do it because you're trying to show off, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's when it comes down to it. You figure that if your joint has the flexibility to do something without creating damage, there's no problem. Yeah. If the joint doesn't have the flexibility, then you got a fucking problem. Yeah. But it comes down to, you know, like there are plenty of times when I'm not doing behind the neck press. Okay. And it might take me 2-3 weeks of going very light and not doing the full range of motion to where I can get the shoulder to be ready to actually push it a little bit. Yeah. I won't just fucking just try to do it one day. I got you. I mean, if I'm in a behind the neck press phase, week to week is no problem. But like right now, if I went to go do it, I would be hard pressed to get it to go on my head without a pretty serious torquing and pain. Oh yeah. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start off, the first week, I'm going to start off kind of just trying to open it up a little bit, not even using a bar, just using like a fucking pipe or a broomstick. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get you. Some comments in the community. Once you open up the pathway, that next week, like, okay, I can do a little more. By the third week, usually I can get it pretty good. Yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. It's funny, John Petrocelli coming in with the comments here, and we were laughing about guys complaining what they can and cannot lift. He says, seriously, and then season strength, lateral raises for width. That's a good way of looking at it, actually, isn't it? Those lateral raises, because you pull those weights up to your side, it's widening your body, really. And then as Season says here, nothing is good or bad. All depends on context. And then Petro, I almost never hear anyone talking about these types of weight lifts with consideration of flexibility. A+ for John. You know what, Petro? You're right, actually. You're absolutely right. Because most guys would never ask that or lean into the question around flexibility. They said, no, just do it. And you're like, well, wait a minute. If you can't do it, then why are you even trying to do it? So it's such an obvious question that is so often overlooked. Well, it's like if I said, Keith, do splits right now. Yes. I fucking pull my groin. Yes, I know. Yeah, it's funny, man, how ego gets in front of everything that we do. Speaking of ego, hey, Sterling and Preston, I know we got a few topics on the table today at the conversation desk. What are we talking about today, boys?
OpenAI launched ChatGPT Atlas, an AI browser for macOS. It chats and acts on pages. Try it.
Meta launches Oakley Meta Vanguard, smart glasses built for athletes, not selfies.
YouTube's testing a tool to detect creator deepfakes.
About 5,000 have it. Every monetized channel gets it by January 2026.
Santa Cruz, aggressive sea otter sees boards at Steamer Lane twice.
Officials warn, however, that vigilance is required. Searches for AI workout app for men are spiking.
Markets booming and October launches hit. Men want competitive, personalized coaching.
All right, Johnny. Well, this one impacts us. You and I grew up with a world where, well, actually, Anderson, we grew up with AOL when AOL was dropping CDs out there, and you and I were trying to hook up the internet. And then after AOL,
my oldest brother still has an AOL email address.
So does Kurt Angle, actually.
That's fucking great, dude.
and then we moved into a world of Google, and then Google took over the world for the last 25 some odd years. Well, yesterday the world changed again, and it's going to be lost upon most of us because some of these things are just taken for granted because they're tools that we just use. But the same way we've been Googling things for the last 15, 20 years is probably changing over the next number of months, Anderson, because ChatGPT just launched a browser yesterday. So, for those of us that work on desktops, I know you're a highly mobile operator. There's a mobile version coming soon. It's changing habits, man. People are moving from Google to ChatGPT, and for those of us,
what does that mean? You can say to Chat, you can just tell it, go find this for me on the net.
But so I love that you put it that way, because essentially, yes, it's like, so when you use it,
when you do it now, you can say, hey, tell me about this, and it'll explain shit and give you sometimes some videos, but this is going to be very different. It's just going and bringing you shit, like finding what you're looking for.
I love how you simplified it, because you're bang on. If you think about it, in today's world, we go into our browser and we type in go to johnswebsite.com, and it takes me to John's website to engage with John's website. Well, the new Atlas browser doesn't take me to John's website. It takes the information from John's website, serves it up to me, and then allows me to buy from the ChatGPT without ever going to John's website. And this is where folks who don't play in our world, because you and I are in the world of living online and building online, miss.
But what do you mean without going to the website?
Exactly what I mean.
It's keeping you on ChatGPT.
The entire experience is happening in your chat. Buying your product, delivering your product, everything is happening within chat. You're never leaving the chat browser to go to your website. Ever.
Does that work? I mean, is it like, but the website obviously is getting the traffic.
No,
it's just from chat.
So this is great because we can simplify it. So yes and no. So the website is getting traffic, but it's getting traffic from the agent, not from the human. So it's pulling your information to the chat. So it's pulling your information. So think about it this way, right? So think about it this way, John, a form, right? So somebody might say, okay, I got to go to Jon Anderson's website, fill out a form to get a bunch of information so that I can get it from John. Well, they've removed the middle part. The form will be filled out. You won't have to fill the form out. It'll happen all within your chat window, never on your website. And the commerce will happen on the chat window. So, the idea of you having a store on your website is rapidly changing as well, because now Shopify can plug in. But really what I'm trying to say is that it's all happening inside of the browser, all with intent instead of you going to do. So let's give you another reason. You're like, hey, Terry, let's go for dinner. Let's go on a trip somewhere. Well, typically you'd go and you'd start searching for things and do it manually. You could say to your browser, go and find us a trip. Go find us a restaurant in Mexico and help us get there and book the whole thing, and it'll book the entire experience for you. So it's so John, here's a prophecy from Uncle Keith here. This was one of those moments that needed to happen for people to realize how the web is changing, because those that don't live on the web daily, like maybe you and I do, or some of the folks on our show who just kind of log in every now and then with their browsers, they don't see the web changing. Well, this is going to be a moment where we're going to look back in years and months from now, I don't Google as much. As a matter of fact, Google's stock yesterday dropped as much as 4%, because for the first time ever, Anderson, there's a real threat to Google's business, frankly.
Yeah, it's crazy how It's like this war of technology.
Well, because you and I, because let's be frank here, growing up, we never would have thought that nobody ever replaced Google. You're like, no, it's just that's just what it is. Google is what the web is. Well, it's rapidly changing. So anyways, guys, there's nothing for you to do today except what you might want to consider is downloading the browser, especially if you're a ChatGPT user. There's going to be benefits to those that are leaning in early. And I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to help. I'm answering questions. I'm happy to provide guidance for those that are curious. This is what I do. This is my difference. This is what I drink for my fuel daily. So I see a question coming in here from Sullivan. Who does the web center get a say in this? Well, that's how it's changing, Sullivan. The web is changing rapidly, right? So there's still a need for websites, but differently than how we were raised with them. What also happened yesterday, John, was you're a glasses guy. And I know you and I've been talking about glasses a lot. Oakley launched their sport glasses with cameras in them. So if you're somebody who likes to cycle, likes to spend a lot of time outside with sports, Oakley now has a partnership with Meta where you can put your glasses on, you got speakers, you got cameras, and essentially replicating the action market, right? So if you're out there paddleboarding, you can put your GoPro on. Now they're just saying, hey, put your glasses on. And again, we're moving into a world where there's this constant, always on surveillance, John. Cameras everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yes.
You just figure if you're doing something that you shouldn't be, it's not secret anymore.
Oh shit, no. Well, that's why it's funny when people still wonder if, well, what is Sasquatch real, or the Ogopogo monster, or Loch Ness monster, or or you hear about stupid celebrity things. You're like, with the amount of cameras that are carried in the world today, everything is captured. Right. So if it's not captured, you have to ask yourself whether it's real or not. Speaking of captured, remember the jewel heist on Monday? I was doing some reading on it yesterday, this morning, and I was trying to understand. I was trying to understand what happens now. And what I mean by what happens now is that, okay, so how do you go and sell it on the black market? Well, if you've noticed the last couple of days, there's been, at least I have noticed, there's been tons of publicity. So they put a ton of publicity out in the market to wreck the value in the aftermarket, right? Think about that, right? Because if the whole world knows that there's a bunch of stolen stuff, there's not going to be a lot of people lining up to buy it.
I think that was already pre-sold.
Well, so it's interesting to hear, because it's interesting to hear you say that, because that was the other hypothesis put on the table, which was it was more than likely a what's that word I'm looking for? A commission.
These thieves were smart enough to fucking see the simplest angle on the planet to get it done.
Yes.
They were clearly smart enough to realize, okay, we're gonna steal this fucking thing. Who the hell are we gonna sell it to?
Well, that was
they've got a buyer who probably was already set up.
Yes.
This is probably a guy who even gave him a down payment to go get it done.
Well, you know what I didn't realize too, pal, and I just, again, this just slipped through my handsome brain here. What was that? Often when these jewels are stolen, they're chopped up, eh? Like, I guess it's an obvious thing, maybe obvious to you, but chopped up. So taking it apart and burn the gold and take the diamonds and so, you know what, while that necklace might be worth, pick a number, $3 million whole, you bust it up and sell it in pieces, it might be worth 10 million, right? So they weren't pieces
they weren't the extra value because they were a certain thing.
Yes.
They were or were not.
No, they were not. No, they were not. No.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a classic piece of art where you destroy the art, you destroy the value.
Correct. Yes. There was one piece. So here's funny though. There's one piece there. It was Princess, I don't know, Beatrice, somebody's brooch. It's funny because I guess apparently it was just bought like in 2008, still had price tags on it. And what I mean by that is that it's funny how we associate value. My point is that it was purchased from a jeweler, but because it was used by royalty, it then inherits a certain value associated with it, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought all of it was that way.
Yeah, no, some of it was, some of it wasn't. So there's a couple pieces that weren't. So dude,
look at the price. Look at the price of precious metals, gold and silver, going fucking bananas.
Yeah. Well, look,
all-time record high for both of them.
Yep. Well, yeah, and China's like, we have rare earth, Rare minerals, nobody on earth can have them. We're just putting a good old no on that one.
Well,
So,
they just reclassified silver as what do they call it, a critical mineral or something, some crazy shit.
oh, really? Interesting.
I mean, oh, dude, yeah. But I mean, and then funny enough, it was kind of under the rug. It's just kind of leaked. It's, you know, it was happening a while back. I don't know what a while is, but that right there tells you something is going on.
Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, and Petrocelli says it best, man, because and this is what I find fascinating. Here's the movie, right? And here's how the thieves did it, right, John? It was a truck, a ladder, a disc cutter, and some scooters. That's it. That's it, man. You know, but hey, brother, that's a good analogy of movement creates momentum. Just go do it. I'm sure there was a lot more going on behind the scenes, but I'm very much simplifying it. It was 4 tools, off you go, and go rob the, you know, the craziest place on the planet, which is the Louvre.
The best engineers can make something work fucking perfectly with the fewest parts.
Absolutely. Yep. 100%. Good old first principles. Good for first principles thinking. Hey, again, something for you, because we're both in the creator business. We're both in the business of making content. YouTube launched an AI tool to detect deep fakes. I know you've joked a little bit about people making deep fake stuff about you. Hey, by the way, thanks for getting Sora done yesterday. I'm going to spend some time on it today. Thanks for taking that care of.
You weren't fucking kidding. You weren't kidding when you said that was easy. Holy shit.
Yeah. Thank you. See, Bone Nation, if Anderson can do it, everybody can do it.
Yeah. Although for some reason I was unable to, you wanted me to put a code somewhere. I was unable to figure out where that was.
Oh yeah. It was still fine. We got it all taken care of. Yeah, we got it all taken care of. Yeah, but it works a lot like Content ID, but instead of flagging copyright violations, it flags identity. So actually, John, this is actually quite relevant for you. So actually, I'm speaking to you right now because you've had troubles in the past with your likeness being used to flag and flog fucking illegal peptides and illegal products. So I am speaking to you right now. Hear me
not illegal peptides, but illegal products.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
like just they're not illegal. I mean, we're talking about just fucking straight up motherfuckers just selling anything these people will buy.
Yeah. So I'm talking to you right now. So they're rolling out a likeness detection program. It's a tool built to spot AI generated videos without your permission. So somebody made your shit and they're like, hey, I'm Jon Anderson, go buy this stuff here. And you're like, fuck, that's not me. So
did they spot like when someone literally just ripped my fucking video from one of my social medias and puts it up on their shit with their own? It doesn't spot that. We're talking about an AI generation.
No, I think they're talking. No, they're talking about exactly what you're talking about. So let's play this through here.
So it does both.
Yeah, let's play this through. So you would provide your verified identity to YouTube with a photo ID and selfie video saying this is me, and I'm talking through the mechanics of how they're rolling this out, and then what's going to happen is there's going to be a tab on the back end of YouTube that's going to show you flagged videos that shows you whether this is real John or not real John. And then you can either remove those videos saying, fuck man, who the fuck's this guy making fake John? Or you can say, no, this is good John, leave this one there. So, or you can archive them. So it's going to give you much more control, John, over your likeness. So I'll watch for this. I'll watch on behalf of both you, actually you, me and Marty. I'll watch for this on the back end. When this setting pops up on my end, I'll knock on your door to say, hey, watch for it, because it is the number one concern we hear from creators, as Neil Mohan, the CEO of YouTube, said. And I can see it, man, especially with the Sora stuff coming out where folks can start doing some crazy shit, man. But they're going to give us the tools to protect our likeness, and it's going to be quite helpful for sure. And I'm telling you, because this is still early. That's why this is important to get ahead of right now, especially a guy like yourself who's out there so publicly with the stuff you've done in the past. You're going to want to make sure that you have a way to control your likeness.
Yeah, I mean, up to this point, I'm kind of given up. It's like it's happened. It's happened so much, and the worst part is that we can report it, we can do all that fucking shit, and it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Hey, so here's something.
They'll come and fucking pull my shit down, but they won't fucking go and get the guy that's selling illegal shit with my likeness.
Oh, jeez. Hey, when you've been paddleboarding over the years, Have you ever had any incidents with animals in the water?
Animals?
Animals.
Or are you talking fish?
Anything, animals, fish, maybe sea otters. Dude, in Santa Cruz, there's actually, it's just down the road from you up in Cali there. This is a fun little light story for the morning here. There's actually a surfboard stealing otter that is stealing people's fucking surfboards. I guess back in October, this month here, there's an otter that was grabbing surfboards from folks, and they actually have, officials in the area have even posted signs saying aggressive sea otters in the area. Watch out for them because they might be taking not only your boards but nipping your feet and getting after you. So watch out for the sea otters.
When we lived in our house in NorCal was on the bay.
Yeah.
So you're like the master sliding glass door.
Yeah.
I'd wake up and I would slide open the curtains, and it was the winter time, so there was always a little bit of fog.
Yes.
Right? You could kind of see through to the water with the fog. And
yeah,
dude, I just woken up, and it was at that time I was wrestling, so I wasn't getting up really, really early, so it was light out. Just coming to, dude, this fucking creature that looked fucking enormous just shot out of the water and fucking lands on my dock. And I was like somebody fucking dumped a cold bucket of water over my head. Like, what the fuck was that? And then boom, it happens again. What the fuck? And then it happened 3 more times, but they were literally, it was a family of fucking sea otters. They were jumping up. They were basically jumping up on the dock. I suppose probably because the sun was starting to come. Yeah. Dude, but it was, I couldn't really see because of the fog, and I just woke it up, and the way they jump up there, they just shoot out of the water.
Yes. I know.
Walk their big asses up on their big asses up on it. And I was like, dude, it legitimately scared the shit. By the time the little ones went up, I'd figured it out. But the first one, I was literally legit Twilight Zone.
It's
what the fuck was that?
It's fun watching sea otters. What's the word? Breach from the water, man. It is. When I was in the Galapagos with Lauren, we were in the Galapagos a few years back. We did some. We were swimming with sea otters, and dude, they're interesting beasts, man. Like they are. One was coming straight up to me. I got a video of me in the water, and I had a camera on my head, or it was, and all of a sudden I look up to my left, and there's this otter like right in my head, like, hey, what are you doing down here? I'm like, oh my goodness. They're harmless, but they're intimidating looking creatures.
They're fucking big.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Even a little one is big.
Well, it's their mass, Jon, their girth. Like you're right. They're just these thick mass animals. It's funny, Petrocelli. It was the otter. The otter stole the jewels from the Louvre. Yeah, that's exactly what the otter did. Hey, he
jumped right out of that truck to that little hole.
Here's something for you. I know how much you're gonna love this one because this gets in the world of your simplicity. But dude, there's more men on the planet than ever are searching for AI workout apps for men. And the fitness industry, the AI fitness tech industry, is now an almost $10 billion industry, expected to hit almost $47 billion in the next 10 years or so. And Jon, today nearly half of all fitness app users already use AI driven tools, and and there's more men than women looking for these types of products. Men might pretend to prefer more competition, measurable progress, personalized plans, and
I put this as in the same category as having yourself a home gym. And I think it's fucking wonderful if you will actually do it.
Yeah, well, so it's interesting. Yes, it's good morning, babe. Good morning, Lauren.
You know how many home gyms are really fucking good at collecting dust?
Oh man, you know what, Anderson? Maybe you just discovered a segment. Let's see your home gym with Keith and Jon. We want you to show us your picture of how much it's used, or how much laundry, or how much stuff. You know what I'm getting at? Because we both know, brother, there's so many home gyms that are just collecting dust, or collecting laundry, or collecting garbage, or collecting stuff. As a matter of fact, true story, Peloton, Peloton, the big bike fitness athletic company, they saw so much of their product being resold on other marketplaces, they're like, wait a minute, why don't we go launch our own marketplace so we can make money again for all the folks that are buying our equipment and never using it?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. John,
and the thing about it, if people understood that if they understood how to manipulate their diet, they would get the progress they're looking for, then the training would be fun and they would continue to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're looking in the wrong spot.
Oh,
they're looking for motivation when all you really got to do is have that work on creating a little bit of discipline with your food, so you get the progress that you deserve from the time you put in from your home gym or your AI app. And then at that point, the circuit starts to move and it keeps going.
But you know as well as I do, we as marketers and as human beings and as business people have worked really aggressively to convince humans to buy the next shiny object. And I'm using we as a metaphor, John, to buy the next shiny object because that next shiny object is going to help them get the abs, right? And that shiny object never involves the kitchen or never involved Whole Foods. It always involves an object, whether it's an AI watch, whether it's a new camera for your gym, whether it's a new, you know what I'm getting at? Yeah. Like I'm using them.
You're so correct, bro.
Yes.
So correct.
Yes. It's always the new object, right?
Oh, fuck. That's one of the reasons why I kind of stand against that stuff.
Yes. Yes. I can't disagree with you, man. And I've been leaning more. I'm it's funny because I've done some reading the last couple of days around, personal branding and how you stand out and taking contrarian approaches, which you do a very good job of taking. And actually Marty does a really good job of taking a contrarian approach. And this is just one of those another examples, right? Which is you can go buy the shiny object, go build the new home gym. But if you don't get your kitchen sorted out, good luck. Actually, good luck. Because John, because we both have done it, man. And I got an awesome gym, but I still go and stand in front of the fridge at 8:30 or the pantry and say, what the hell am I having now? And that has nothing to do with the AI tool or the nice gym I have downstairs. Nothing to do at all, right?
Dude, and I did the same fucking thing until Red TrueTide came into my life.
Interesting. The power of Retatrutide on behalf of Jon Anderson. And it's funny because, season strength, right? Most of it is discipline. You're absolutely right, man. And AI is a tool, but human touch is the real product. I'm with you, man. Well, it's interesting because, there's no question that fitness information is now a commodity more than ever. It's readily available wherever you want. But what you can't get readily available is that human experience that has maybe gone through things to share with you, which again is where I really enjoy having Anderson's experience, because you can get all the knowledge all you want, but until you get somebody who's maybe gone through shit in real life, it's hard to know, right? So, all right, I think okay, one last thing here. I got a dumb shit award here for today. Yeah, I got a dumb shit award. Jimmy, let's run the dumb shit award before we do a quick little break.
Cop for clout. Fake badge, real charges. Attention is an achievement. Be unignorably useful.
Harder to get our dumb shit awards better, and I'm working daily on this one. So you missed yesterday's because you were taking a little break. Maybe you heard it, but I want to just lean back into yesterday's for a quick little second.
Yesterday was because I had to go to the main house, so I got outside of my ear pods range, so I missed it.
So yesterday, I had an official one, but I had a secondary one yesterday. And I love that you've always said that we're not actually naming the human the dumb shit award. We're just naming the idea of being the dumb shit award. Well, a couple weeks.
It's the action.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to keep making this better and better. Well, a couple of weeks ago, a young little girl fell out of a porthole on a Disney cruise into the ocean. And
about that.
Yes, so did I. Well, it was revealed yesterday. I talked about this yesterday on the show. It was revealed yesterday because the mom was quite silent during the whole situation, that it was the mom staging the photo in the porthole when the girl fell through the porthole into the ocean.
You're fucking kidding me.
Dumb shit award goes to...
Oh, my Lord. There is no way to defend this.
I'm not arguing with you. So the dad jumps into the ocean after the daughter. And how the cops found out, John, is they were looking through the mom's photo roll, and you know how you can take a bunch of pictures, right? And they're going, wait a minute. And they saw the footage of the picture, and the pictures, and it was like picture, the girl sitting there, and the girl not there, and
then the last one is they see her fucking feet sticking through the hole as she goes out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I guess there's
God damn. And then the dad jumped in, correct? To go get him.
Yeah. So the good news is the dad's alive, the daughter's alive, everybody's alive, and that's why I feel like
I better look at my wife. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh,
what is wrong with you?
Yeah. And that's why I put it on with wrapped in a little bit of selfie face of humor, because listen, if the little girl died and the dad died, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. But the fact that they both lived, and it was one of those, are you freaking kidding me? Was that? But hey, but today's dumb shit award, Johnny, there's a creators are just trying to do everything, right? So a creator staged a fake police arrest prank in public for clout. So this guy's thought was that if I get arrested in public, it's going to give me some clout. And but then what happens that it triggered the real emergency response.
What kind of fucking crime are we talking about? Jesus Christ. I mean, does the guy understand there's two types of attention, positive and negative?
He wants to get arrested to get clout. I don't know, man.
Was he like trying to get clout and for the people in fucking jail or something? Who's he trying to impress?
It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I'll do some digging on this one, but like I said, I will tell you though, brother, ever since I started this dumb shit segment, there's no shortage of dumb shit awards being handed out on the planet, man. I'm like, I can look left and right, up and down, and there's dumb shit happening non-stop, man. Well, like back to cameras, right? Cameras are everywhere, so everybody's capturing the dumb shit all over the place. And then Melissa,
the crazy part is, it all comes back to the thought process.
Yes,
the person that's doing, like, because this stuff is premeditated.
Oh, sure it is, 100%.
Like, fuck, man. It's like I'm gonna take a picture of my daughter by the porthole.
Yes.
Hey, is there a fucking piece of glass in there? And if there is, I'm going to be whacking on it to make sure that thing can't go through, and I'm still not going to let it get close to it.
I know.
It's an open porthole. Yeah, sit in there, honey. Let me take a picture of you. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I know. Believe me, it's sometimes you see these things and you're like, really? Like what thought process is going through somebody's mind when some of these decisions are being made along the way? It's just it's
fun. And sometimes you almost kind of wonder if that person is okay.
Yes.
Like there's a missing link here. I mean, sometimes you see a parent that it would be really sad, but this lady somehow really didn't see the problem with what she was doing at the time, or I have to imagine as a parent she wouldn't have done it. But I don't know what's worse, knowing it's fucking taking a risk you shouldn't take, or not knowing that it's not okay. Holy shit!
I think this just continues to perpetuate the attention culture, where it's attention culture, and I think it's relatively easy to see the reason why when you're listen, we both make content for a living. We're a creator. We're creators, and we're trying to cut through the noise like everybody else. So, if you're like, hey, I'm trying to cut through the noise, I got to do something stupid to get attention. Well, I guess I'll go get arrested, or I guess I'll go put my kid in the window and know it's all going to be fine. And it makes you, the thing is though, John, is that even when people die, people still do crazy shit. Right, like you still see stupid people go standing on the edge of a waterfall, the edge of a cliff to take a selfie. Then they fall, and it's like then we all pray for a day, and then then the next person's doing it. So it's I don't know what to tell you. It's Isaac. We live in the age of stupid. That's I could not argue with Isaac with that statement at all. Actually, we absolutely live in the age of stupid, and everybody's looking for attention, right? So, and hey, listen. I'll put some humor on the table. When the man with orange hair, the alleged leader of the free world, can post content on the weekend of him flying around in an AI generated jet, dropping shit on people that don't agree with him, that just tells you everything right there, brother. That's all you need to know.
What happened?
Well, so on the weekend there were protests around America protesting the policies of the current administration, and there were protests. It's called the No Kings protests, and they were happening around cities in the U.S., New York and Boston and San Francisco, and et cetera, et cetera. So during the protests that day, man with orange hair and his team, I guess, created an AI generated video of him flying a jet. And in that jet, as he was flying over the people and these protesters, he was dropping shit on them in the video.
Well, when he came in, he's been playing by a different set of rules the whole time. Literally, if you think about to the early debates, like, holy shit, we've never seen behavior like this before. From this, and when it comes down to it, and I'm not stating an opinion. I'm just saying, God damn it, if you're trying to shake shit up, you got to do things different. You've definitely got that down.
Well, I love that they use the word behavior, because that's what it is. It's just behavior that we're not used to seeing, right? So I'm not here to offer whether it's right or wrong. It doesn't affect me, so I don't really care. What I do, what I'm really curious about, what fascinates me is how you said that. Is that because it is behavior because think about it, right? Think about the past. You would never think about the previous 5 leaders doing that, right? But we live in a world now where it's just seems to be accepted to put your daughter in a porthole, and if she falls out, you go collect her, or you just fly around the planet in an AI generated photo and dropping fake shit on people. Like, it's these behavior mechanics that the bar just continues to get lower for everybody in society. I guess back to what Melissa said, right? We live in the age of stupid. Like, everything is just stupid.
And it's almost like there's certain, like, for example, like when I'm with my oldest brother, he's a member of Pebble Beach Club.
Okay, yeah.
So when I go with him to the beach club, the Pebble Beach Club, there's a code of conduct for your behavior that's expected.
Yes.
Period, end of story. And of course, if you acted out of that, you'd be frowned upon. But you sound like you're being real trouble. That makes sense. It's because they've created a set of rules, almost like society creates rules, but now the beach club's rules are just a different set of rules. Well, up to the point where before he came in, there was kind of a set of rules of how politicians acted and behaved when it came to debates and things like that. And all he's done is, he hasn't broken any laws. He's broken a lot of rules within the code of conduct in this club that he's in. This basically the club of politicians club.
Well, so I'm going to do a reset here in a quick minute, John, for hour 2. I'll get you to do a quick little break here if you want to go find a toilet for yourself in a minute.
Oh, motherfucker, we just got some power.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, this is good. So I can take a dump. I can go back to the house, get my computer, and I can actually fucking join the way I want to. This is fucking pretty cool, because I was sitting there holding my fucking dump. I'm like, am I going to fucking pollute the last fucking toilet in the house here? I'm just getting ready to do it now.
Then let's do this. Let's do a reset on hour 2, and when you're back and at it, I'll see you back in the studio when you got the camera set. Okay?
Yeah, just give me a few minutes.
Go and enjoy your time. Go and enjoy your time.
What time is it?
It's 6 o'clock for you.
Oh, perfect. So if I'm back in 5 minutes, we'll still have 25 minutes.
100%. Let's go have some fun, brother. Go enjoy your dump, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
I'll be back, and I'll be joining you the way I should be.
Yes, I look forward to it. Let's do it. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Right. Good morning, everybody. You're hanging out with Keith and John here on Morning to the Live with Keith, John, and friends on a Wednesday of the morning loop here this morning. We're going to reset on hour 2 here. Just wrapped up an hour 1. It's some fun, pretty light conversation here today. John had some power issues, so we have done this conversation half on phone with Johnny here, but we're going to do a reset. John's going to get himself back in. We're going to talk 5 health levers men ignore. Excuse me, move the needle fast. And then we're going to talk about onions in socks. I know producer Jimmy sleeps with onions in his socks nonstop, and his wife is always asking him whether he has stinky feet. And he's like, no, it's just the onions. So we're going to get into that conversation about stinky feet and onions in the socks with our producer, our very own producer, Jimmy, coming up in a few minutes, bottom of the hour. But until then, let's do a reset on hour 2, Jimmy, on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Wasn't ready for the buttons. Yeah, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to hour 2 of Mornings in the Lab. I invite you guys to do this. Deep breath, and reset. Hour 1. Yes, we talked about Otters. Yeah, we talked about Otters stealing surfboards. We talked about the quiet applause, which was the shoulder workout that are going to give you those big shoulders. Yes. And you know what? Here's the hint. You don't gotta lift heavy, guys. No. And as our good friend Seasoned Strength says, get those laterals. You want width? Laterals. Get those weights up on the side, guys. Warm those delts up. Warm the front cap, the back cap, the side cap, and then just do some nice lifts here. So, guys, we're gonna get into center stage coming up here. 5 health levers men ignore. We're gonna get that conversation happening when John gets into the lab here. And then hour 2 here, we're gonna keep the show going with the friend contract that saves your goals. Sounds harsh, but I think it's going to work. We're going to talk smelly feet. What's that? Oh, Jimmy? No. I didn't say Jimmy has smelly feet. No, we're talking smelly feet. Yes, onions and socks. And it was Jimmy wanted to talk about socks. And I'm just telling you guys. So we're going to have that conversation coming up later on in the show here about onions and socks and why that might help get rid of your smelly feet or might help you sleep a little better. And yeah, true story. And then we're going to help you guys decide faster today. 2 rules to kill overthinking in 60 seconds. So you can hit send on that email, or you can go and get out of bed and go get that lift in, or you can go and make that decision that you're reluctantly making today. We're going to get that conversation happening as well. And at the bottom of the hour, guys, we're going to shine the light on stories from YouTube, from LinkedIn, and from Substack. So, and we have a Remember Names Fast segment coming up as well. We'll do that one here at the bottom of the hour. All right. So, Jim, let's do a reset here. And I'm just going to turn my attention to our first few topics that I want to get into here on the show. Jimmy, let's start this first one with center stage. The 5 health levers that men ignore that move the needle fast.
You carry everyone. Bills, deadlines, expectations. Then you set yourself down last, again. You call it being a man. Skipped sleep. Junk fuel, quiet loneliness. But that's not strength. It's slow surrender that leads to burnout. Your family needs your best, not your leftovers, to protect, lead, and love well. Today, we're revealing 5 health levers men normally ignore in the name of taking care of others. But remember, you choose yourself first, everyone gets a stronger, calmer, happier man tomorrow. Keith, John, let's dig into it. When did you realize the answer was putting yourself first, not last?
Ignore these, pay all day. Sleep, 7 to 8. Protein early. Move, 10,000. Morning light, cap the drinks.
Your own smoke show. Sophia Grant. Good job, Sophia, on center stage. What a great intro. Well done. Sophia's getting up, getting after it every single day, helping us create this awesome center stage content. Guys, we got a whole team here. We got Maya Reyes leading the community corner for us. We got Sophia Grant leading center stage. And of course, we got Sterling and Preston helping us lead the morning's conversation desk. And all of those incredible humans are led by our very own Melissa Neiman, who's doing some incredible work behind the scenes with that. And maybe do a little bit of work on a sports segment for you guys as well with some local correspondents that I've been quietly playing with behind the scenes. But let's lead into 5 health levers that men ignore. And most men that I talk to, we talk about and we connect with are grinding hard, yet might be. I like to use the word might, because if you don't use the word might, we might make assumptions that you are doing. So most men might be grinding hard, yet leaving some 5 easy, high impact health levers on the table. Let's talk about them. Let's expose the 5 moves that can deliver quick, visible wins. And guys, again, what I always like to do with our conversations is the purpose of these conversations is as much to create awareness, right? Put that thought in your head going, thought about that here today. Maybe I should do something about it. So that maybe you can go through the day, go through the week feeling better, maybe performing better, and maybe showing up stronger fast, right? And when you pull the right levers, you might not need a total life overhaul. Maybe just looking at small strategic changes, right? Maybe going to bed a little bit earlier, 15 minutes earlier, working some non-negotiables into your life. Those changes might compound into better energy, might compound into a better mood, might compound into better longevity. Yes, the difference will show up daily. It's going to show up in your sleep, might show up in your workouts, and it might show up how you lead at work and with your loved ones at home. So here's the question for you guys. Here's a question for everybody out there. Petro, question for you. Season Strength, question for you. Good Time, question for you out there. What's the one health task you've been avoiding for 6+ months? Is there something you've been thinking about doing but just haven't got around to it? Maybe today is the day to consider. Maybe this week's the week to consider it. And maybe there's something stressing you out more right now that could use some decompression time. Maybe it's time to create that awareness to step back. Plan a rest, plan a nap, plan a date. And here's a question for you guys. How many minutes did you walk yesterday outside of exercise? And these questions, guys, these are tough ones because in my experience, we take much of this for granted. I'm going to suggest that if you're listening to right now, you thought about your day yesterday, you might not have moved as much as you would have liked to have moved. Oh shit. I didn't get my steps in. And to me, it's not so much hitting your 5,000, 10,000. The number is a metric. The number is something that you can, have as a variable to maybe check a checkbox off. But have you done it? Have you done it regularly? When's the last time you went for a checkup? I'm horrible at that. True story. Yeah. Might be something for us all to go consider. I've been working really hard on prioritizing my sleep quality, right? Those consistent 7, 6, 7, 8 hours a night might relate to better testosterone levels. Guys, how's your mental health these days? We talk so much about, we talked shoulders today. We talked squatting yesterday, right? But we haven't talked much recently about stress, anxiety, in these low mood, blunt training gains, or the willpower that we're trying to battle in the kitchen, or maybe relationship challenges we're having within our friendships, within our house. Maybe there's something playing inside your head right now that you can't get over. Maybe the day's today where you're going to go for that 10-minute daily decompression walk. Maybe something I'm saying to you right now is like, you know what? I need to go for a walk. Something handsome said is getting me moving today. Maybe this is the week for that one honest conversation with yourself, with your own mirror. They're easy to avoid. They're absolutely easy to avoid. Who wants to go talk to the own mirror about themselves? Who wants to go stand naked in front of the mirror and have an honest, vulnerable conversation with yourself? Because that might be the way to address the mental health challenges you have going on inside of your head. And hey, I'll put myself out there. You want to talk to somebody? Come knock on my door. Come send me a text, 431-300-3005. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor, by no means. But I got 2 wonderful ears to listen. And many of you have taken me up on that. And the invite is always open. Send me a text. We'll start here, 431-300-3005. And if we needed to go further, I'll give you my personal number. Maybe you've been sitting too much recently. Maybe you've been sitting back and reflecting on achieving big goals, and part of those goals have been holding you in your chair. Getting up, moving, might give you more flexibility, might give you a better mood, it might even change your focus. So that might be something you might want to consider today. And we know this, guys, many of us, including the handsome chief over here, undereats protein, undereats fiber, undereats whole foods, while more than likely overcomplicating everything else. So the invitation I have for you is, Jimmy, bring him in when he's ready. Maybe you want to front load your protein. Maybe you want to drink that water with that coffee. So maybe making some of these decisions might help you out of that rut or out of that challenge that you're in. And here's the thing, guys, you don't need a new identity. You don't need the new gym equipment. Maybe the new workout clothes make you feel good. Maybe the invitation is this. Maybe you need to look at just pulling a new lever, right? And if you pull that lever today and you prove that it works, maybe you'll stack it again tomorrow, the next day, and stack it and stack it and stack it. And before you know it, that health lever you've been holding is moving in the right direction. Johnny, you're back. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's actually it's weird. It's so nice. You know, all the things you take for granted just all in like a split second came back.
Hey, what's one health task you've been avoiding for 6+ months? Is there one that you've been kind of? And I'm gonna make an assumption, probably not. But on the flip side, maybe there also has been because you've been so busy doing other things. And maybe today is just a day to create a conversation of awareness.
I would say what suffered my reading the most. I don't know. It's more of a mental health thing, but you can call it health.
It was on my list. It's actually one of the, it was mental health is actually right here, addressing mental health, right? So because it's so easy to forget about.
Yeah, I've just been in the mornings as I've been working on this new business, and then especially with the new leg of the business. Yeah, it's just run out of time.
So my invitation for you is through today's conversation and just some awareness is maybe you'll find some time this week, next week, as you look at your forward schedule and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I got to find maybe I'm going to find that 5 minutes or 10 minutes to read that one page per day like I like to do. And maybe today is just that little motivation to remind yourself, because I know it's important to you, because I know you like to read, I know you like to be curious, and I know you like to learn. So maybe this is just that impetus to.
Well, I don't like to read, but I like to challenge.
You like to learn, though, and that's what I know you. I know you love to learn, and
yeah, reading unfortunately is probably the lowest on the scale of me learning because my comprehension. But you're correct.
Okay, this is good then. This is actually really good, brother. Because in my experience, when we hate it, we don't do it, and I use the word on purpose. When we hate it or we dislike it, we don't want to walk towards it.
That's the problem. We can't title anything that we want to do hate.
Yes.
That's the first problem.
So if you're disliking reading, maybe it's repositioning in your brain that I enjoy.
So I won't say a dislike. I say it's the lowest on my totem pole of priority. Learning. Meaning, in terms of if I had to pick a methodology of learning efficiently, reading is going to be at the bottom.
So
not efficient in terms of me acquiring information in a certain amount of time.
Correct an assumption for me then. My assumption would be that you could easily audibly listen to the books that you read. However,
I do that all the time.
However, you choose to read because you know that it is a skill that you have struggled with your entire life, and as a result, you choose to read because you know it makes you better.
100%. It's like I don't fucking enjoy the burpees that I do, but it keeps my hips so fucking open and keeps my hips feeling good. And it's just something that I do that I know that the little bit of time I invest into it gives me a big return.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, right? It's having that awareness to know that that's exactly it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And if you think about it, it's all the little shit that we don't like to do, that we don't do, that usually will get us where we want to go.
Oh, good segue to this one. Have you ever noticed? And Jimmy, get the open ready for this one, brother. Have you ever noticed how let's keep each other accountable usually fades by week 2? Let's take a few minutes and talk about a real friend contract, a simple pact that might turn vague promises, and I love, because this is great because of our show we do daily, into measurable actions so you can actually hit some big goals. Jimmy.
Your goals die by favors. Write the deal, not the fantasy. Time, support, knows, sign it. Protect the weak, keep the friend.
Friend contract. It's a
well, it's a flawed concept right from the start.
It is, exactly.
Because as soon as you decide to count on somebody else more than you count on yourself,
yes,
there's the flaw.
Yes, I agree with you. I purposely put this on here this way because I got to be honest, I didn't know you were going to go there, because I was actually,
because this is my deal. Look, I'm going.
Yeah,
if you want to get on my train,
yeah,
come on, but don't fucking ask me to stop when you get on.
To me, the friend contract, where I was going to take it with today's conversation, it's funny because you got in front of it, was the friend contract is your own mirror. Because if you can't have accountability with your own mirror, how can you expect your friend to hold you accountable?
What's relinquishing accountability? It's the whole fucking thing. It's like you've kind of jinxed yourself before you started. You counted on somebody else. Like, perfect example.
Yeah.
This is a stupid little example, but it's perfect.
Yeah, tell me.
Terry and I were playing pickleball. We were running a little late, and I had a meeting that I had to wake up for. My nap was a little bit late, so rather than just adjust my alarm to wake up, I asked her to wake me up. And thank goodness I woke up 5 minutes before I needed to, because she had gotten herself involved doing something and just fucking missed it.
Yes.
But whose fault was it? It was fucking mine.
Yes.
I didn't say to her, hey, what, No, I should have fucking set the alarm. It was probably taking me less time to set the alarm than to fucking ask her. It was laziness on my part.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, that's how simple it is.
I think
she misses something like that so fucking rarely. But the whole concept is, but now there are times where you might ask someone for help because they are going to be far better at doing it than you are. That might be a little different.
Yeah, but to me, that's not the same as an accountability partner or a friend.
No, you're right. I'm getting into weeds here.
Yeah,
but what I'm getting at is that I didn't count up. I put that on somebody else, and when it didn't happen, who did I have to blame? Me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the accountability thing. If you think that, your partner didn't come to work out, so you didn't work out, well, it's your fucking fault. Work the fuck out.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's I'm just trying to find my words here. I think it's why I have been so adamant and so positioned on the power of this camera and microphone, putting your words out in public, then standing there. Even if nobody hears them, there's a sense of accountability in that, man. When you put it out there, and if you're using this camera or microphone as your own mirror, because when I started this thing before I met you and I came here and said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 1:00 Central Time, back when I do my lunchtime show. Even if nobody heard, I'm like, well, if somebody heard, they're expecting me to be here tomorrow. I guess I better fucking be here. It's like if I said to you, I'm telling you, man, it's how I worked with AJ at the gym. John, I'll see you tomorrow at 6. You're thinking to yourself for the first few weeks, okay, I'll see if that night a little son of a bitch shows up. But then over a few months, I'm constantly there, like, oh, okay, this guy's fucking showing up. I get to a point where I don't show up. You're like, something's happened, because the guy has created this habit of always showing up. That's self-accountability right there.
Well, it's kind of sad is that now people have gone as far as they'll make these public claims with social media, and they still can't fucking stick.
No, they still can't. No, I know. Yes. We got season strength coming and going. I agree, but a workout partner in the beginning, physically being there and expecting you to be there, sets you up for great habits later when you become more independent. I had a great one when I was younger. Yeah, you know, season. I can relate to you on that one there. Yes, I had one when I was younger as well. And actually, I think season's onto something here. When we're still figuring out our journey in life, maybe as we are younger, having that person, let's think of Carter, for example. I know so Carter is very independently driven, but maybe there's going to be a point in his life where he's going to need somebody to be along his side to keep him on track. You know, so maybe there is points in our life where we need that person, but just to get us over the hump, I believe you still got to get back to your own mirror.
Well, you got to look at let's look at the caliber let's look at athletes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
There's the athletes that they're doing the fucking work. And you get these guys and they get $100 million contract and they go to shit. And the other guys get $100 million contract and nothing fucking changes because it's them and them.
Yes.
And so the greats, they don't need anybody because they're doing it when other people aren't there.
Yep. 100%. Hey, do you have a technique for remembering somebody's name? We're going to get into that in a quick second here, but to wrap up this chat, guys, with accountability, the friend contract is your own mirror. You do not need more motivation, guys. Just like you don't need the new shiny object to get those abs. You need a structure that makes action the default. Write it, sign it, show up daily, and let your own mirror do the heavy lifting. Let's talk about remembering people's names. Jimmy, what do we got there, brother?
Name slip. Use SLS. C1 feature. Link a fast image. Say it back twice. Julia. Do you have I got to think you have a habit, you have a skill, you have a technique for how you remember names, because I got a did you know here, which works for humans. How do you do it?
Well, I mean, the easiest way is if I can have an association. The association is always going to
yes.
If I know another person with that name.
Yes.
Connect it to, that's like Steven number 2 or whatever, you know, or if I don't have an association, I'll just have to kind of repeat it. Like, okay, you say something a few times, it's like inscribe it into your subconscious.
I love this, brother, because this is such a helpful technique. And here's the thing, man, for salespeople or from humans that are looking to move the needle in other people's lives, remembering names, holy fuck, man, that is gold, right? And there's science behind this. There's a 3-step process. I do it too.
Well, you know, there's one other thing we should point out.
Yes.
Is that actually being intentional about fucking hearing the name of the person. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm John. What's your name? You're not fucking hearing a thing that person's saying. I do it all the time. It's like, okay, this is just a kind of one and done scenario, you know?
Yeah.
And then every once in a while I'll be like, oh, fuck.
Yes.
I guess it wasn't a one and done. And so what I'll do, if I go into a place where let's just say I have Terry with me and I'm in a place like, oh, fuck, I'm supposed to know a lot of these people's names and I don't. This is so poor on my part.
Yes.
I need you to basically, as we go up, I'm going to give you a little squeeze, or I'll give her a signal. I need you to introduce yourself and get their name for me.
Yes. I've done it with Lauren a few times where I'm like, I can't remember that person's name. Can you go say hi so I can hear their name again?
Yeah. And then if she beats me to the punch, like she's a step ahead, you know, they can see we're together. So usually the greeting the female first is totally just the way a gentleman will react to a situation anyway.
Yeah. Good morning, Glitchy.
Like, oh man, Steve, great to see you, brother. God, you just said it seconds ago.
Good morning, Glitchy Love. You're hanging with Keith and John here on Morning Than Live with Keith and John, a live conversational experience happening right now, live right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. All right, how to remember somebody's name, and this is a take it to the bank, man. So to do that, you want to do it. It's a 3-step process. Repeat the name, maybe ask a tiny question using the name, and then do what you do. Link an association.
what my notes say, link a visual rhyme. I link an association. I'm like yourself. I will link an association. I'm like, okay, I met John at the Jets game. Okay, so John, Jets game, or so, and I will.
Dude, I do that on my phone all the time.
Yes.
There's got to be a word that associates with that person.
Well, and you know what it does too? Those that are good at it. So, okay, you and I meet. I met at a Jets game with you. We then reconnect in 4 months from now. And then I bring it up how we met. You're like, holy fuck, man, this guy's remembering that shit. Those little details, that stuff, that just gets into somebody's warm books, right? So I'm all about remembering the name. I'm a sayer. I need to say somebody's name a few times, and then when it's in there, I'm good. And then so I meet, I say it, repeat it in my head, then I link an association, and then I'm good to go. But if I'm not intentional, brother, none of those 3 steps matter at all to me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You have to be there.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
You got to truly, and I think a lot of it has to do with the setting too.
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yes. What's going on, Global? Good to see it in the comment spot. Oh, did I freeze that?
You froze. What did you say?
I said, Lauren said, find a way to make it personal. And to me, that goes into the situation, right? So if you're having dinner somewhere, or you meet Terry and Lauren are having dinner at a restaurant, and we meet Justin, your buddy Justin, all of a sudden I meet Justin at a restaurant. Next time I see Justin, I'm connecting Justin to John to that restaurant. There's that connection. I'm never forgetting the guy's name.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure.
So,
all right. You can always, I mean, if it's in one of those situations, you can always just be honest. Just so, forgive me, I forgot your name. I don't want to use the wrong name, you know, and it's better being honest than, trying to fucking play the role like you got it handled and you don't.
Yes, exactly. All right. So last topic here, John, the big one before you rock and roll, man. I got to share some behind the scenes here. So producer Jimmy talks often about stinky feet. And I'm like, Jimmy, man, we can't always be talking about stinky feet, man. I'm like,
feet often.
I just always stinky feet. And it's like, hey, I heard that if you sleep with onions, it can detox the body.
He's just looking for topics.
I'm having some fun here. But apparently,
don't do weird. Test it. Onion and sock, one night. Result? No magic. Try Real Sleep Fixes.
I want to throw Jimmy under the bus. Good Time comes out because Good Time. You got a friend in Good Time. I say all of a sudden Good Time's like Jimmy. Johnny, apparently, and this might be one of those old mom's myths. You know the mom's myth, John, we grew up going, John, you're going to catch cold. No, Mom, I'm not going to catch cold because I'm cold. Cold is I'm getting cold because I'm run down. But apparently there are folks that think that sleeping with onions in your socks can detox body, cure a cold.
Who the fucking sleep with socks on?
And improve sleep. Do you sleep with socks on?
Hell no.
Neither do I.
I would never be able to sleep.
No.
My feet have to be out of the covers.
Yeah. Oh, you have your feet out of the covers.
Yeah, my head and my feet is what regulate my temperature.
Interesting. Well, listen to this. Onion sock ideas traced to 1500s Messiah beliefs and reflexology lore. People have said that onions absorb bad air, which we now know isn't how disease works. And apparently the compounds on the onions that have sulfur in compounds would reduce the mild antimicrobial effects when not eaten, but not when pressed to the skin. And then there was a small study that explored the oral onion extract and sleep quality, but it actually did not work as well. So, John Petricelli, our resident bullshit detector, the truth of the matter is, if you sleep with onions in your socks, it ain't going to make any difference. It just was a fun topic to throw on the top table today because true story, John, there were folks for a long time that thought if you put onions in your socks, it would help you live a healthier life.
Yeah, I still don't know how people are sleeping with socks on.
I don't like sleeping with socks either. There was a point in my life as a young man, though, I didn't mind sleeping with socks, but now I can't do it, brother. Not at all. Nope. Nope, no socks here.
Yeah, it would just be a treacherous night's sleep. I mean, if I was like really, really cold, you know, and I couldn't get my temperature up.
Yes.
Like if I get in bed and I'm cold for some reason, I'll keep my feet in until I can feel my temperature regulated. Then they go out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I need to. I like to be bundled when I'm.
Yeah, I got a fan blowing on my face. Even in the wintertime, there's something about the wind on my face that puts me to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, quickly before you do go, how do you make decisions fast? How do you, Jon Anderson, make decisions quick? Do you have because you're a system guy, is there a system that you use to go do decision or take them through your decision process? Because some get so constrained they can't make a decision.
Paralysis by analysis by paralysis.
Thinking in 60 seconds.
Paralysis by analysis.
Yes, it's exactly it. Yeah, 100%. Have you had that? Do you have that from time to time?
I mean, for the most part, you know, I'm pretty good at sticking in my lane. You know, if I find myself out of my lane, you know, then because I try not to make, one of the things I go by, if I don't know what to do, I don't do anything. But
you're bureaucratic.
Well, it's because usually if I don't know what to do, I'm guessing, and I don't want to guess.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't make a difference, like which movie do I want to watch? Which that would be a terrible example. Is I rarely watch movies, or I rather select movies. But that would be I have no problem with that guess. But if it's important, I don't like decisions being made up to a guess. But if it's in my lane, I can usually reason through pretty quickly. You know, my brain calculates and reasons like, okay, what's the worst? I can calculate the worst that can happen from this decision, this move. Well, I'm moving. That's a huge upside. So even if I have to reroute my path, if I can deal with the worst, then we're good. I'm in motion.
If there's one thing I've taken from our friendship and relationship, getting to know each other, is you are very good at staying in your lane. What I've noticed when we talk off show and we get into a conversation about something, you're like, no, like, and you might not even say it, but just like subliminally or subconsciously, like you'll make it very clear that no, this is my lane. I don't really know it. Right. And you'll talk to it. And if it gets out of your lane, you'll always bring it back to your lane. So I can see how it helps you make easier, quicker decisions, because you're like, well, no, it's in my lane. I know what I think about it. I'm going to suggest that often makes decisions difficult for folks because they get out of their lane too often. And they think they know what they're talking about.
Haven't really created a good lane for themselves.
Perhaps. Yes. Yes.
If you really start to own your lane, then decisions become easier and easier.
I'm going to throw on the table that maybe learning how to say no might be the first way to might be the first step to making quick decisions, because you know how to say no instead of saying yes to everything else. So for example, with you know what lane you're in. So right off the bat, you're like, no, because I'm in the lane. Then when a decision gets put in front of you, it's easier for you to make a decision because you know what you got to say no to. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I've kind of pushed all the things out of the way that don't matter.
Yes, exactly.
The multiple choice is only maybe A, B, and maybe C, versus a fucking laundry list of shit that's got to be sorted through, most of which I'll say no to.
And if you think about it, we've talked often on this show, what's the most difficult thing most of us have to do is to say no. Right. And then when we don't say no, what it does, it puts another option on the table. Right. So next thing you know, you're like, holy shit. Again, back to you. What I believe you've done really good at is going, no, this is my box, my lane. Here's what I'm good at. Everything outside of the box, I'm saying no to, which right off the bat reduces a lot of options for you.
Yeah. I mean, by saying no to the shit that doesn't matter, you're really saying yes to the shit that does.
Exactly. So that box immediately gets quite small. Like, okay, here's the box. Perfect. The decision fatigue, there's a less and less chance of decision fatigue creeping in because the box is quite small.
Yeah.
I like that.
I would call it a lane, not a box. Box sounds like you've kind of like almost limits forward progress. Lane says moving forward fast and efficiently.
Yes. We got Season Strength. This is a good one. Season Strength comes back and says, my gut is my spirit. My first impressions are almost always right. I trust my spirit. I like that. Do you use your spirit, your gut a lot?
Yeah, I would say if I'm in my lane, my gut instinct is usually pretty on the money.
Oh yeah.
And if it's not, I'll learn what I need to learn so that the next decision's closer to where get me where I want to go.
Gotcha. Well, Melissa reminded us is that November is around the corner. A good chance for men to consider adding no into the vocabulary, because if they're saying yes to too many things, maybe that month of awareness might help somebody say, you know what?
November is just a fucking half a skosh better than make a goddamn New Year's resolution. How about just fucking do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you need to fucking rhyme it with a month, for God's sake? How about
but some people do. Some people do, right? Some folks need encouragement. Some people need that step to the door. Once we just got to get into the door, brother, because I know you believe in that. We just got to get into the door. So if November is going to help somebody say no, to then say, you know what? I think I'm going to go talk to Anderson about some peptides now, because this month of saying yes has been giving me, I got to say, because something Anderson said make me say no. Maybe that one is a trigger. That's all we're trying. We're just trying to trigger awareness for somebody. That's all.
If I'm good with that, as long as that person can also realize how fucking ridiculous it is that it's basically like a New Year's resolution, right? It's great. That's a great trigger, but then recognize how fucking silly it is that it even there to begin with.
Oh, so New Year's resolution is for the average man. So if you want to be the average man, go do the New Year's resolution and then go fail at it a few weeks later. I'm all for that. However,
no, that's not fail, quit.
Well,
very big difference.
Yeah. However, inviting you to hang out with us every single day, Monday to Friday, might be the way to help you through no's, help you through not focusing on a New Year's resolution, helping you. I had a conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, John, who's considering doing some work with us. And I'm like, this is not like a short-term thing. He's like, what do you mean? I go, no, like this is at least 12 months. Like this is not I'm going to come and dabble. I'm not in the dabble business. This is not a dabble thing. Dabbling is not accountability. Accountability is an everyday thing, right? If you want to work with Anderson, it's at least a 12-month journey to go and transform your life with Jon Anderson. It's not can I get a 6-pack in 6 days? No. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I don't think that people recognize, that type of a commitment.
No. Nope.
12 months. Oh my goodness.
I had this conversation with someone, but it's going to happen anyways. They looked at me like, no, it's actually going to happen. So 12 months is going to go by, whether you make the decision to do it or not. It's going to happen.
This goes right along with the fucking resolution and then November. It's like it comes right down to this fucking base thought process.
Back to the morning loop right here on Mornings and Live with Keith, Jon, and friends every single day. Brother, what are you doing today, pal? The power's back on. You're going to get out of here in a couple minutes. You got a lift date today, or is it a quiet?
I got a lift in today. Now we got another fleet of people coming in. I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So my partner for the second part of my peptide business is coming in.
Oh, fun.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And then some of our friends from San Felipe who I think, God, where do they live? They live somewhere up in Montana or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
They basically stop and they use us as a pit stop. So they're going to come for a few days.
Oh, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, so in other words, so we got, when are they showing up? Just so I know. They coming tomorrow or Friday? Oh, okay. Tomorrow. So Jimmy, we have Tired John on Friday.
Well, yeah, one of them gets here in the morning, one gets in the evening. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to, for sure. It's going to be fun. But it was funny because Tara and I were talking, like we used to be in the mindset of not having different groups of guests coming because when we up in NorCal, our fucking house was, up there, Jesus Christ, on the bay, those, not a lot of space in those places.
Oh yeah.
That's for this place. Fuck, it's not an issue. So we're like having to switch our mindsets. Like, as this kind of converged like last minute, we didn't think that their trips were going to literally to the day stack on top of each other. But then we're like, what the fuck? We got plenty of room. What the fuck's the difference? You know what I mean? Almost have to recalibrate our thought process.
Yeah. And these folks don't know each other. So it's going to be like, they all come together. Well, that's pretty cool then. That's fun, and bringing folks together that haven't met, and you're creating friendships for folks too, probably.
100%. And they're all, but keep in mind, these are all people that we've let into our space. So the commonalities will be there's a lot of commonality.
Yes.
It's not like we have, oh shit, well, this person is, this way and this person's this way. Those people don't come into our personal spaces for people that are all like-minded.
Pretty protected. I get you. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I get you. All right, pal. Well, listen, I kept you a little overtime today. I'm glad you got your power up. We had a fun first hour on the phone. We had a fun 40 minutes on the camera, and we will continue to get after it in less than 22 hours once again with Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Gonna go for a dump now?
I took one already.
Oh.
I took one when I went down to the main house.
You're done.
It was great, and the fucking bidet was working. God damn it!
So you're nice and
morning
clean
dumps
and
with no fucking bidet. I was like, this really sucks.
Just clean and refreshed, eh?
Oh, it's nice. Very, very different cleanup process.
Get out of here.
Have a good loop, my brother.
You too, pal. All right, guys, we're gonna get John out of here. You're left with the handsome chief himself. Yeah, I was looking for him. I'm right here. True story. No, I'm not talking Jimmy. No, the smelly socks conversation, that was a number of minutes ago. Yep, true story. All right, global. Saying no is just saying yes to something else. And John Petrocelli, I love adding no. Saying no is the best thing I adopted in recent times. It's difficult to do though, isn't it, Petro? When we're not used to it, it's difficult to add that to the vocabulary and then stay accountable to it, especially if it's folks within your circle or your family or friends where you're like, and you know that no is going to have an impact, but yet it's important for something you're trying to achieve. It's certainly a balance. Okay, Maya Reyes, I know you've been doing some awesome work in the community, on the community corner. Maya, what are we doing in the community corner today on Mornings in the Lab?
It's time for the Community Corner, where we connect YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack on Mornings in the Lab. Today, we're talking about pain-free bodies, peaceful minds, and profitable businesses. 3 things every man over 35 wants, but few actually master. So stretch, breathe, and buckle up. This one's about staying strong, standing firm, and owning your worth.
All right. Hey guys, you guys can join the show that's live right now or in the Mornings in the Lab community. Join the show right now. Phone lines are open because John's not on them. Now, 431-300-3005. Hey, Season Strength. You want to come say hi? Phone lines are open for you, brother. Come say hi. Love to hear your voice and would love to meet you live on the show. And to those of you that are not tuning into the show live, you're tuning into the show on YouTube after, you're on demand, you're on Apple, Spotify, you're somewhere else listening to our show. I invite you, 8 o'clock Eastern time, live conversation to help you get up, get after it, make good decisions, and maybe, just maybe, help you reach those big, hairy, audacious goals that you have every single day. All right, let's pivot the attention over to YouTube. 5 habits that keep you pain-free after 50. You know that moment when you reach down to your shoe and something tightens up? Yeah. Well, yeah, fuck, I absolutely do. I was that guy a few years ago when I decided to start touching my toes. Well, Ryan Hurst from GMB Fitness is 53. Dude, welcome to the club. Yeah, and he's pain-free. Why? He's been doing 5 simple things since his 30s that built the body he has now. Now, these aren't these impressive numbers or looking good. Not about, I want to be the most jacked guy. No, what Ryan's talking about is about staying functional. First, hang every day. There you go. Think about it. How can you hang? Decompress your spine. Keeps those shoulders healthy. We talk shoulders to kick the show off today. Second, we might want to focus on mobility, especially as we're aging, gentlemen, moving through full ranges of motion, not just stretching. It's funny because we can often get caught up in stretching, but not get caught up enough in mobility and motion, there's certainly a difference. Third, train for capability. Think about it, guys. Your capability, not your numbers. What are you capable of is definitely different than what are the numbers. Again, John talked about it on the show earlier today. If you're not capable of doing the splits, why are you trying to do the splits? If you're not capable of doing overhead press, why are you focusing on an overhead press? Oh, I'm not capable of lifting 100 pounds overhead. Then don't. You also might want to do one of the most important things that we can do as we age, gentlemen, which is picking heavy things off the floor. Oh yeah, just pick them up and put them down again. Push, pull, the basic things that move us forward. And then fourth, find your why. And John's talked about it before. Find your why, your interest. If you don't have a why, you are going to strongly dislike every second that you are walking, running, training, stretching, mobilizing. So if you don't have a why, don't even pretend to start. And then the fifth one, guys, which might be the most important one, is find your community. Find your tribe. Maybe the Mornings in the Lab live tribe is the tribe you've been looking for. We're here every single day, 8 o'clock, Monday to Friday, Eastern time. And I'm even around on weekends, just not on the show. So if you need an accountability partner on weekends, they can do that too. And then finally, Ryan says something worth remembering. Starting these habits today, 20 years from now, even though you're not thinking about it, you're going to thank yourself. So here's the question for you guys. What's one activity that you love that you want to still be doing in 20 years? Again, it's that awareness question. You're not learning anything I'm giving you right now. I'm just asking you to think about it. Because something I'm saying right now might go, I got to do this today so I can go and hang out with my kids in 20 years from now. All right, let's move it over to Substack, you guys. And let's go see where boundaries aren't walls. Let's go see what Fred Soda on Substack talks about this. Fred Skoda. Yeah. Hey, the guy who's trying to just pronounce names all day. That's what I do. Yeah. Just look at names, try to just pronounce them. Jimmy's laughing. He's like, oh yeah, let's see if Bilous can get this one right. Yeah, true fucking story. All right. Fred Skoda. Hey, Skoda, Fred Skoda. Yeah, he grew up watching family members get run over by others. Hold the fucking horses. What? He grew up watching family members get run over by others? Oh my goodness. What, they just line up on the road and just drove over them? He taught the family members that boundaries aren't selfish. They're protective. No shit. I wouldn't want to run over my family members either, or I wouldn't want my running over me. I'm telling you. So think of boundaries as guardrails, not walls. Or stop losses. Like in trading, clear lines that prevent damage to your well-being. So when you set a boundary, here's the invitation. Keep it short and calm. No long justifications. No over-explaining. Just a simple statement that protects your peace and your energy. And here's what Fred Skoda emphasizes. Boundaries protect your inner capital. Just like a no, right? We know the power of those two letters. That energy you need for family, for work, and for growth. And when you model healthy boundaries, you teach your kids it's okay to stand up for themselves. And that's what we want, don't we? So here's the question for you, nation. Here's the question for you from Fred Skoda. What's one boundary that you know you need to set up, but you keep avoiding? Maybe it's too tough. Maybe you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But what's the boundary? I want to hear. All right, let's keep it on LinkedIn, guys. Laura Amy, a brain science and marketing expert, says something most people won't say out loud. Seasoned strength. Have a great day, brother. I appreciate you, Seasoned. GTG, gotta go. I'm hopeful. I'm grateful. that you joined us today, and I'm hopefully you'll join us tomorrow on Thursday on the Big Show, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, 8 o'clock, seasoned. Have a good day today. If you're getting your lift in, have yourself a good lift, and we'll see you tomorrow. But back to Laura Amy, who says something most people won't say aloud unless maybe you're on the morning show. Let's see what she has to say. You're in business to make money, and that's not shameful. Oh, baby. I'm going to get into this one. Let's light it up. Because I agree with what she says here. She's tired of seeing entrepreneurs apologize for wanting financial success. Oh, man. I'm going to light this one up in a second. Acting like money doesn't matter makes your marketing bland and ineffective. Every piece of content is a sales conversation. Clarity and confidence sell. Modesty doesn't. Laura's take? Loving money gives you power. It gives you freedom, and it gives you the ability to help more people. Shifting your attitude towards money changes your tone from apologetic to authoritative, and that's what drives results. All right, let's light it up. Anybody that says, I'm starting business to change the world is full of shit. True story. If you're not starting a business to make a wealth of cash, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Because make the wealth of cash will help change the world, help change your life, and help change the world. As I was growing ICUC and going through that whole journey, I talked to a lot of entrepreneurs who are like, yeah, I got this social cause, or yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Here's my purpose, really. No, go try to make as much fucking cash as possible. Go try to make as much money in your pocket as possible. You, because nobody else is worrying about you. Go put it in your pocket. If you're going to put all that time and energy and resources into building your company, it's not for, but guys, if your motivation isn't to go make as much money as possible, then go get a job. Go get a job. Because I agree with Laura. Loving money gives you power. As I was growing ICUC, every single day we drove the business driving the metric of revenue. How much revenue can we make? How much cash can we make? How much cash? We wanted to make cash. When that cash kept coming in, it kept providing us clarity, kept providing us the confidence. Everybody was wired in that business to go and want to make money. Yeah, and everything else came along with it, right? Helping change lives and giving people free money and give great tips and doing all the great stuff you have, but you have to have the money first. That to me is where I think entrepreneurs is when people get all mixed up, which is they don't want to say, like Laura says, that, hey, I don't want to be judged because I'm telling folks that I want to make as much cash as possible growing my business. No, you're making a mistake. You're in business to make money. That's it. Period. Point blank, period. And there's no shame in that. It's the same way with us as customers when you're going somewhere. If you're looking to negotiate a deal with somebody let me back it up. If you're looking to negotiate a deal with somebody so that they cannot make money, then why are you making the deal? Because they're not going to be around to help support you in the future. Somebody that is in business for themselves deserves profit. Somebody that is in business for themselves deserves to make money. They're putting the risk out there. So don't try to jerk them around so they're not making any money, because if they're not going to be around to support you as you grow yourself. So nation, be honest. Do you feel guilty about wanting to make more money? And if you do, I want to hear from you. Maya, what about you? What are your thoughts? Maya Reyes in the community corner.
So here's your midweek gut check, fellas. Move your body before it locks up. Protect your peace before it breaks down. And stop apologizing for wanting to build wealth. It's not greed, it's fuel. Now go take care of you. Say no with confidence. Cash that check. You've earned it. If you want your story featured on Mornings in the Lab, tag us in your next post.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, we're working towards wrapping it up here. Just looking over here. Yeah, I see we got no creator spotlights today, okay? Hey, gang, no creators today, right? Am I correct? Awesome. Cool. Beautiful. Brilliant. Brilliant. It's great. Hey, guys, today, sometimes I just can't get over how quick the show goes. It's just all of a sudden it's like it's over. It's over. Today, we kept it simple. We kept it strong. We talked about quiet applause for shoulders. Oh, Scott Benzie's here. Haha, Benzie. Good to see Benzie in the comments. Benzie's been listening in. I'm going to address your comment, Benzie. Let's see what you got to say here, man. If you want to limit to a so-so life, then get a job. Bang on, brother. If you want to have unlimited life use, your imagination, and learn as much as possible, we have the tools of the internet. Benzie, you're bang on, brother. Good to see you, pal. Good to have you out there in the comments. Always love having one of our friends, Scott Benzie, joining the show here. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you so much, man. I love seeing a familiar name. Hey, we talked about Jimmy's problem, smelly feet. Benzie, you missed that conversation. Yeah, Jimmy was convinced that putting onions in his socks would get rid of the smelly feet. All it did would cause his wife to leave him. She's like, I'm not sleeping with you, Jimmy, because you got onions in your socks. So Jimmy's all just messed up. He's like, oh, Bilous. I'm like, I know. We'll talk about it. We talked about onions in socks. What did we learn? Benzie, what we learned was onions in socks don't work. Could you imagine? Don't work. Yeah, you still have smelly feet. Ask Jimmy. I'm just saying. I'm just putting the facts on the table. Yeah. So if you want to put onions in your socks to help with whatever, well, there you go. All right, guys, listen. Tomorrow's lineup. We're going to talk about the midnight snack IQ test. Now, this one might not necessarily relate to Anderson, although it might, because I suspect that during Anderson's journey, there maybe was some challenges with the midnight snack IQ test. Hey, we have a guest coming in tomorrow, I believe. Do not dare team, Neil Tuna. Yeah, tuna. Are we talking tuna? Or guys think it's tuna or tuna? It's probably tuna. Neil Tuna. I went fishing for tuna before. Yeah, true story. Didn't fucking work. Didn't catch any tuna. Nope. Maybe Neil Tuna. There we go. Neil Tuna, how to lead when it's messy. The playbook for AI growth and culture under pressure. Well, I'm looking forward to that conversation. I wonder if the guy's going to drop nuggets or if he's going to drop a bunch of fluff. Well, we're going to find out. Neil Tuna coming in tomorrow. Midnight blue light isn't the villain. Your lamp is. I know. You guys like to sleep with the lights on? Lights on, socks on. We're going to show you how to fix it. And then the mouth tape fails. Oh, fuck. Another topic from Jimmy. Guys, not only is Jimmy sleeping with socks on his feet with onions, he's also curious about mouth tape. And we're going to talk about the mouth tape fails that no one talks about. Now I know why he doesn't talk. His mouth's taped up all the time. Just taped up. Yeah, I'm going to bring tape to the show tomorrow and tape my mouth for you guys. Yeah. All right. And then we're... That's it, Neiman. Mystery solved. Hey, we blame Jimmy for everything here in the lab. Like everything that goes wrong is Jimmy's fault. And if everything goes well, it's my fault. So if it's bad, Jimmy's fault as well. It's the Handsome Chief's fault. So yeah, true story. Anyways, we're going to also get into tomorrow. Weekly status in 30 seconds. Done, block, decide, steal this. All right, fellas, it's time for us all to go. Benzie, good to see you, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Good time. Glitchy Love, Rahima, Global, Petro, Season Strength, and the entire gang. We'll see you guys in less than 24 hours right here on The Big Show. We call it Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And of course, 7:30 Eastern Time with Kindness Rising. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.